make sure you're subscribed to Jerkrispy.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Anyways, what's up, y'all? Show some most that's most. Chris will be making that video. What's going on with this video? These kids shows gave me the childhood trauma. Wow. Off rip, we can just tell. I can see right here. Courage the Collie Dog. This from Courage the Collie Dog. This got to be Goosebumps, and I don't know what this dude from, so I don't know. But let's see what's going on with this though. For all my new subscribers, welcome to the channel. If you want me to watch anything, comment down below. And also for the new subscribers, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500, and let's get on to the video, man.
For life, whether it was their intention or not, it got into my bloodstream and I'm still thinking about them today. So in order to exude some of that trauma, I will be talking about it, and maybe you guys will relate. So without further ado, let's talk about some children's shows that really should not have been shown to children.
Mr. Meaty, yeah.
First up, and arguably my favorite on this list, is Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty was a formative show for me in many ways, honestly. It taught me what a tapeworm was, and also introduced me, funny enough, to filmmaking, and want to pursue that as a passion of mine. If I never saw Mr. Meaty, who knows if I'd be talking to you guys right now. On top of all of that, it also traumatized me to a point where I would actually look in the mirror inside of my throat to see if I had a tapeworm up in there eating all my food.
Oh, she's a fighter. Oh, I'm reeling you in. Oh, yeah, come on. Come on, baby. Oh, she'll get tired. Don't worry, Parker. Yeah.
Oh.
Some scary parts that I can think of off the top of my head were the meat lady.
Joshy's here.
Whoa.
Josh! Barb, how could you?
But he's so much hotter than you. He's irresistible.
He's a frozen hunk of meat.
The decrepit old man puppet.
Yeah.
Is there any toilet paper in there? Hello?
Oh. Yeah,
And
I'm scared of that
dude who
too.
looked like the Grim Reaper, and I just remember one part he was giving this guy a wedgie in the restaurant. Alright guys, it's time to pay the bills real quick. Only find the Spanish version of that, so hopefully you guys know Spanish. And I also remember the less skinny dude, I forget his name, he was eating mayonnaise. Like, this dude was just eating mayonnaise.
Listen to my voice. Relax.
I'm literally getting shivers just thinking about it, how disgusting that was. And you know, the reason this show is so scary is because, I mean, dude, look at this shit. It was a fully puppeteered show and the puppets were so uncanny and disturbing. It legitimately felt like a nightmare every time I watched this show, but for some reason I couldn't look away. It was like a car crash. And although this show scared me to the point of tears sometimes, I was really fascinated by the behind the scenes more than the actual show. They would play this little behind the scenes micromentary documentary thing about how they made these puppets during the commercial. And I just fell in love with the process of how these people described their jobs. Growing up, I was 5 years old when the show came out. I assumed everyone's jobs were punching numbers into a computer and getting drunk afterwards to mask the pain. But now on screen, I'm seeing these people talk about how they pulled a tapeworm out of a puppet's throat, and it really opened my eyes. It really showed me that there is a possibility of living a dream life, so I have to thank Mr. Meaty for that. Now, I'm not saying that pulling a tapeworm out of a puppet is my dream. I'm just saying like the process of creating whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, Mr. Meaty is definitely up there. I know a lot of you guys
On to the next.
have seen this show. Maybe some of you guys in passing got trauma from it, just flipping through the channels on Nickelodeon. And if you haven't watched it, honestly, go check it out. It's kind of funny. Now that I'm older, through a new perspective, it's still weird. It's still weird as fuck, but it's really funny. Now let's move on to the second show on this list.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
So next up, to absolutely nobody's surprise, is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the
Not gonna hold you. Courage the Cowardly Dog was scary, but it was not too scary. Like, it was scary, but it was only scary to a consent. Like, it was only a few people that was scary on the show. Only a few. And I love this show. It's definitely top 5 on my books. It's number 5 on my list.
Dog has some of the most harrowing imagery out of any children's show I've ever.
Speaking of that, boy, I remember this is yesterday, bro. If my brother was not in class right now, I would FaceTime him, bro. Dead serious. I would FaceTime my twin, bro, because he remembered this, bro. Like, it was none but yesterday, bro. I think I know all the characters. This is the Return this love, or you will be punished. And that's the naughty dude. That's the spirit that took over Muriel. Just like freaking gloating her head. This was something. I remember this episode. They went to the store and got some. What is this? Oh, they went inside something, and this was just a dream. Well, no, not a. Yeah, this was a dream.
Ever seen. It's literally stained in my retinas like I stared at the sun for 4 hours straight. And I honestly still think about most of the episodes to this day. Unlike Mr. Meaty, no offense to that show, but Courage is genuinely an amazing show. Its art design and atmosphere are what first got me into horror at such a young age. And I think it's because it's the perfect blend of surreal horror and also fun cartoon adventure on top of it. So it kept me scared, but it also kept me intrigued all the way through. So I wasn't just disturbed and freaked out the whole time. Let's go over some episodes and some of the monsters that are really creepy in this show. In the episode named Perfect, in season 4, episode 13, there was a guy called the Bugle Monster, or the Buggle Monster. He's the guy, if you remember, who keeps repeating, "You are not perfect. You are not perfect," during Courage's nightmare. And honestly, it's probably one of the first jump scares that I've ever witnessed, period, in my life.
This ain't scary. It's just like it was like whoever designed this, just like, bro, like, why, bro? Like, what was the purpose of making this?
It's just so out of nowhere, especially for a child show. Like, the fact that it just pops in like that with that loud noise, dude, it's kind of fricked up. Psychological horror. Like, this is Courage's fear of just never being good enough, and it's showcasing it to us. It's genuine cinema. But yeah, this guy is creepy looking, and the character design is awesome, and Courage is just such a good show. Next up, we have the Spirit of the Harvest Moon. In the episode The House of Discontent, season 2, episode 25. How many seasons of this show are there? Spirit of the Harvest Moon is basically a Kodama from Princess Mononoke, except this guy looks over the farm. He makes sure it's not being neglected. He makes sure that it demands respect and balance, and he comes to the family as a warning to do better.
Yeah, I'd be scared. Yeah, I'd be low-key scared of that too. Just seeing that turning around, you see an old freaking man dressed up like the moon. Yeah, I'd be scared of that too.
Sorry.
You know, Courage is really my nigga, bro. Like, low-key, Courage really the MVP of his own show. Without Courage, bro, Muriel and freaking Houston would have been got cooked by like 2 seasons ago. Like, dead serious.
And I think this guy might be the creepiest looking like monster from this show. He's 100% realistic. He is not like cartoon. Of course, there's some filters over him, but that is a human head just floating there. It's such a weird stark contrast from the animated style to just have this IRL face in there. It's so weird. And then we have King Ramses. King Ramsey. I never knew what the name of these characters were until I did research for this video. I always just said like floating head guy or like scary dream dude, but he is the ghost of an Egyptian pharaoh whose sacred slab was stolen. I think the old dude in the show steals the slab and that's what causes him to show up. And
he said, return the slab or you will be punished. Return the slab.
Like, return the slab.
Okay, here you go.
Return the slab. What? Return the slab.
We gonna have to do this for Halloween. I ain't lying to you. Just go to a random house, somebody random house, dressed up like this. Return the slab or return the candy, and nobody won't get hurt. Or return the candy, or you will get punished. Like just fucking with little kids, so that like low key would be funny. So not gonna hold you.
Slab, oh suffer my curse.
Guy is super iconic. The show is absolutely iconic. I feel like everyone grew up with this if you were born in the 2000s. And there are so many examples of this. Just in Courage alone, this video would be probably 20 minutes of just Courage the Cowardly Dog. But yeah, this show really freaked me out.
All right, so basically, I gotta clear my throat this time. I know y'all ain't gonna be seeing the right here because I'm probably covering it up right here, but just know it's a dog and a snowman. So the dog, so this dog basically, it was one moment a cat came over to Courage house, and I think I reacted to this before way back. It was like a the cat liked some rabbit and something like that. The dog found out. The dog like was taking her caption or something like that. And like the rabbit had got her stuck in the hook or some stuff like that. And then like Courage helped him out, blah 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 blah. Now the rest of these characters, okay, the cat, yeah, he alright, bro. This alright. Ain't good. You ain't big, but you did your little stuff. The roach was funny. I ain't lying to you. The roach was funny. The roach was funny, Lucky. What's the big feet at? What a feet at? That's what y'all forgetting, the feet.
And let's move on to the final show in this video.
Youth Bits.
So next up, we have Goosebumps. Now, is this kind of a cheat code because this literally is a horror show? Maybe a little bit. But this is baby's first horror. Like, this is the start. But this literally...
Not gonna hold you. When I was little, I used to be scared of, what was that? I think it was Slappy. It had to be Slappy. No, I wasn't scared of Slappy. It was one of these creatures that I was scared of. And I remember everybody, my friends, everybody used to get the Goosebumps or the Diary of Wimpy Kid books. Like, I was the only kid that was still getting Captain Underhand, not Captain Underhand, Captain Underpants, Big Nate, The Bones, if y'all know what I'm talking about. They go on adventures and stuff that blah, 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 blah. Percy Jackson. I read a little tiny picture here. Harry Potter when I got the chance to. But to them, like, nah.
Cartoon Network. So if you were a child in those times and you came across it, you didn't know any better. And I'm very passionate about Goosebumps, so this segment might run a little bit longer. I apologize. Now, all of these shows that I've shown you were a huge part in making me fall in love with the horror genre, but Goosebumps was the catalyst, the start. And not even just the show either. In my basement, I probably have about 20 Goosebumps books that I would read religiously as a child. And then one day I went with my mother to get more Goosebumps books because I was so obsessed, and I saw The Haunted Map. Mask. She then informed me that after reading it, I could also watch the movie version of it, and my eyes shot open. I said, a movie? She then told me that there's a TV show that has basically every book that I've read in movie format, and I've never been more excited in my life. After finishing The Haunted Mask, I immediately asked my mom to put it on, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, what a mistake. Just the intro alone scared the fuck out of me, dude. The music, the dog with the glowing eyes, the guy with the briefcase, the guy with the deep voice in the background. I'll never forget that tune. Dung, 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 dung is literally stuck in my head. It might have honestly been my first true awakening introduction feeling to horror. But even though I was scared, I couldn't look away. Seems to be a reoccurring.
Oh, no. That's legit. No, like, I'm not gonna hold you. You start seeing stuff like this in your room, yeah, your house haunted. You must be under a cemetery, cause them niggas down there about to bust a fucking Michael Jackson Thriller. Oh no, dun, 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 dun.
Pattern with these shows. And then right after that played, there was an introduction from the man himself, R.L. Stine, describing what the episode was, and I was hooked. I just could not look away from the screen. I was glued to it. And just a little addition, I was a 2000s kid, so Goosebumps came out in the 90s, and because I was so obsessed with it, I would try to talk with all the kids at school about it, and they had no idea what I was talking about. And I even got reported by one of the classmates for trying to spread these scary stories, when I'm just trying to tell you the Goosebumps lore, bro. The only people who
Yeah, that nigga was monkey kind of scary. You probably scared little Jimmy, bro. Why you scared little Jimmy to like that, bro? You always messing with the little Jimmy, little Timmy guy, man. Let them kids be. So what, they like to play crayon and they mistrace everything, man. They don't want to be scared. Shoot, that's like putting a Chucky doll right by them. They say, dude, just saying, "Hello, Josie," like on some Pennywise stuff.
actually knew what it was were the teachers, and they told me it wasn't appropriate to tell these stories. Just a bunch of haters, bro. Anyway, let's get back on track. So The Haunted Mask, which is I think the first episode I ever started with, follows Carly Beth, a girl who goes and buys a very scary mask in this weird ass mask store.
And like off rip, bro. Just why do you want to buy a mask unless it's Halloween? Now, if it's not Halloween, you must just trying to like create a movie or something like that, or trying to scare your friends or something like that. But this is unacceptable. Like, I wouldn't even be scared of this. Now this, no, that nigga got that strong ass chin. Got them big ass ears, strong chins. Oh, he got a crane on him.
And the owner of the store, he's creepy as hell. He scared the shit out of me. And after she puts the mask on for Halloween, she starts acting differently. She has a different voice, and she discovers that the mask is literally stuck to her. She cannot take this mask off. And a little fun fact, R.L. Stine says that he got the idea for this book from his son, who had put on a Frankenstein mask and he had trouble getting it off. So let that be some inspiration for you. Literally anything in your life can become like a multi-millionaire episodic book series that it's just crazy that that's the idea he got. Creatives, am I right? This episode was honestly pretty traumatizing as a child. When she couldn't take off the mask, I felt the sense of fear and claustrophobia, and I would literally have nightmares about it. Also, Goosebumps is pretty low budget, so the audio would clip a lot when the characters spoke up or yelled, and it would add this like crunchy clipping sound effect, and it would make me so uncomfortable. And before Chucky in my household, I had Slappy. This little dude kept me up at night, and in my opinion was the
Slappy looked like he could be Chucky uncle on some stuff. Really could be Chucky dad. Just like they really changed his modification throughout the year. Cause like if they would have kept this Slappy and then changed his hair black, now he looking like alfalfa off the little Rugrats or something like that. Then I don't know, man. Not little Rugrats, little Rascals, bro.
pinnacle of Goosebumps, my favorite episode of all time. Stay Out of the Basement was also a highlight. That episode was super creepy. And there was also this 3-part Christopher Nolan quality trilogy about this girl named Jessica who is trapped inside this model town by a man named Carl. She basically gets shrunken down, and it's so uneasy and creepy inside of this small little town.
Oh, like Beetlejuice all over again. You just gotta say his name 3 times. You get stuck in there too.
They even turn her into a pig after ignoring his warning. And as I said, it's a 3-part series. So part 1 is Squeal of Fortune, part 2 is Strike 3, You're Doomed, and part 3 is Escape from Carl. It's honestly cinema. I couldn't write it up myself, even if I tried. And a lot of these episodes are on YouTube for free, so you can go and check them out if you want to. They're a blast from the past, and Ryan Gosling was even in one of these episodes. I think there was another famous actor who was in one of these episodes, but Ryan Gosling is like the main one. I could honestly go on and on and on about Goosebumps, but the segment is already getting really long compared to the others, so I'm gonna end it here. So once again, thank you.
Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. You know, love y'all to the bottom of my heart, and I'm out.